from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars Wrestling Show, episode 225. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff, and to my right is the, the current reigning and defending Scholar in the Bank and current reigning and defending Scholars Wrestling champion, Scholar Tarek. How'd I do?
You did pretty well, but there is just one word you were missing in that, and that is undisputed.
Because that is not true, because I am disputing it.
Especially you can't dispute the achievements I've already made. I don't know how many times I have to say that to you. The facts don't lie.
But the opinions do. The facts don't lie, but
facts are always over opinions, my good sir.
The facts are exasperated by ego.
Well, it's well-earned ego. We've been doing Scholars for how long? And I've pretty much... Oh, no, not pretty much. I have accomplished everything that can possibly be accomplished in Scholars of Wrestling. Everything. And all you and Brian have accomplished is that you were Scholars of Wrestling champion, which is a good, it is a good achievement. I will give you that. It is a big deal to carry this championship. But there's a lot more to it than just being the champion. That is being a Mr. Scholar in the Bank. Don't worry. Even if I do lose this title to you or Brian, which you're in the lead for number one contendership, congratulations. I'm being respectful, unlike you on Twitter. The beefcake is still there. And it'll just be that one dark cloud that haunts whoever wins the Scholars of Wrestling Championship from me.
Well, you know what? The battle is still ongoing, and it will continue to rage on even just tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
I'm being a respected champion. It's not my fault. My ego is just so out there because of my accomplishments.
Well, there's one accomplishment that you don't have, and that is a perfect card on WWE Evolution.
But I did have a perfect...
That's right.
I have had a perfect card. Yes, not on Evolution. But yes, I've had that taste of having a perfect prediction card.
Yes. So, as we were talking, as you probably can guess,
Undisputed.
We are coming right off of the heels of WWE Evolution. A perfect card notwithstanding, in all seriousness, this was a really fun show. It provided much more than I was expecting.
It exceeded everyone's expectations, including ours, including everyone. Wrestle Talk, Woke Culture, Cultaholics, Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, everybody. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy that it exceeded expectations. Everything about this pay-per-view was great. I do have one specific criticism, but I'll get to that when we come to it. But yeah, all in all, great card, great matches, great event.
Okay, well, let's start with the positives already. What were some of the standout moments for you when watching this?
It was the match of the night, which was the last, which should have been the main event of Evolution. You were so convinced it was. Poor fool. With Becky Lynch versus Charlotte.
The only flaw in an otherwise perfect prediction, but in hindsight, I got why they did what they did.
Why is it the one flaw?
In my perfect prediction card?
But I don't get that.
It was more of a half joke, really.
Okay.
I was talking about how, from a technical standpoint, yes, this match should have absolutely gone on last. I don't think anyone is going to dispute that. But as far as just having that marquee, big, star power, feel-good ender, I get why they put on Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella last. Because they wanted that last moment at the end of the show that everyone will remember, and they'll be able to keep running on for years and years of Ronda Rousey holding a title high with all the women at her back and all that good stuff. So I got it. I get it. I would have preferred that
actually,
the best match went on last, but at the same time, I get what you're going for, WWE.
You actually reminded me. That is actually another criticism I have, but another bit, we'll get there. Talk about the positives. Becky Lynch and Charlotte, hands down, match of the night.
Boom.
Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it happened. Of course, they have to have Nikki Bella be Ronda Rousey's greatest opponent to date.
It wasn't, to be fair, I was actually pretty satisfied with what this match was because it wasn't...
It was more storytelling than anything.
It wasn't Nikki Bella being her greatest opponent to date. It was the Bella twins and their shenanigans that were the challenge. Thankfully, they made it very clear right out of the gate that Nikki Bella could not stand up to Ronda Rousey one-on-one. She was literally Ronda was toying with Nikki Bella. Mm-hmm. She was beating her down and easy. She was toying with her. And then that's when...
Angry Ronda showed up.
Brie interfered. They were doing like their Bella twin shenanigans. And then, you woke the sleeping giant. Ronda's going to smash. And Ronda smashed. She did. So I was envisioning several different scenarios, several way worse ways this could have gone, and to get both the story and the pacing and everything we got out of the Ronda Nikki match, I was very satisfied with it. But
I was as satisfied as I can be when it comes to the Bella twins.
It is.
Breaking down match. Those were just the main events. Mm-hmm. When it comes down to the other matches, the opening with Trish and Lita versus Mickie James and Alicia Fox,
before we even got to that, I am just so thrilled that they're making Lizzie Hale a regular part of WWE. Dumb, I love it.
But yeah, that match, it was by the numbers. It was just basically two legends versus two, I guess, full-timers. I mean, Mickie James is technically in that same category with Trish and Lita. I mean, she was there during the Attitude Era as well. Mm-hmm. Alicia Fox started coming in, what was it, the Ruthless Aggression Era?
About that time, I guess.
So
I barely consider that an era, to be honest with you.
Well, they do. So if they do, I guess we have to as well.
Measure of time and all that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What match was after that one? It was the Women's Battle Royal. That was, when it comes to actual Battle Royals, it really was fun. There was so much story. Everyone had their moment to shine. And my biggest criticism of it was the result of Nia Jax winning. And before you could jump to it, it's not just because I got the prediction wrong. There's actually more to it.
I did not say anything.
I'm just letting that out right now. It's not just because I got the prediction wrong.
I think, given the dynamics, I think I see what you're going with this. But go ahead.
When I'm looking at the match, everybody wanted Ember Moon to win. It is not just because it's Ember Moon. She's a great talent. Which, to be fair, she is a great talent. Mm-hmm. But since coming up to the main roster, what has she done? My point exactly. So I'm kind of grabbing the soapbox the wine box, cool. soapbox wine box for this one because this is I'm kind of going on a rant on this one. Ember Moon, she needed this more than anyone. Even Asuka sort of needed this one. Yes, she needed it, but also didn't, because when you look at Asuka's 2018, since we're coming to the end, she had her big moment of the year. She won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Nia Jax, she had her big moment. She won the Raw Women's Championship against her big rival, Alexa Bliss, at WrestleMania. And then, look at Nia Jax's title reign. What can you say about it? Exactly. You may not say it, but I did. It sucked. Her title reign sucked.
For me, it was just forgettable. Like I literally cannot remember anything from her title reign.
Because there isn't anything to remember. Because it was forgettable. Yeah, your word's forgettable, and in my word, it sucked. I thought it was a terrible reign. It even got to the point when Alexa got her rematch at Backlash. Need I say more? how the crowd reacted that after her end match promo anti-bullying. It's like, oh yep, we don't want to hear this. Boo! Get off the stage. Get out of the ring. Let's bring back some wrestling.
Stink.
Boo! Anti-bullying. Wait, but seriously though, and when you look at Nia Jax in general, she's an okay performer, but she's known to have hurt people hurt people she's wrestled against. And you had that moment with her and Tamina staring down in that battle royal.
Oh boy.
Got little to no reaction until they did the Roman Reigns ooh-ah.
And that's when it was all made clear to me.
Oh, it made clear to me too. I may be in the minimum of this what I'm about to say. I more think she won this one for Roman Reigns. As Rey Mysterio won the championship for Eddie Guerrero.
That's exactly what that is. And I know what my shirt says right now. I know I'm wearing my outdated WWE Cancer shirt.
It does fit in this situation, though.
It does, and that's why I'm throwing it down. And again, it works for Roman. But again, I wish I could say I first saw this when I made my original prediction, but I honestly did not. I didn't expect them to go the hard line. Okay, props to Roman by putting the Samoan
cousin.
ladies over,
being his and then you have the next time you had Asuka and Ember Moon stare down, drove the crowd insane. We get chants, we want Ember, we want Ember. She was getting the most natural reaction, and she was getting so close to it. And then Selena Vega pulled that awesome, almost winning thing. I'm like, oh my god! What I said it during the prediction show. What if she won? Oh my god! It almost came true.
The more I see of Selena Vega, the more I love her. She's
so
good.
I saw that Vega post she did. Exactly.
Darn right you did.
And then you go to Raw the next night. And you look back on the whole Nia Jax Ember Moon storyline beforehand. Ember Moon was getting the better of her in matches, and then when they actually started forming a tag team, I say it with air quotes because they've been put together, but they're not becoming a tag team. Nia's always getting the rotten end of it, while Ember is flaunting her talents. And now that entire storyline gets thrown out the window. That on the next night on Raw, when you have Nia Jax versus Ember Moon, and who comes out but Tamina Snuka to get it to little to no reaction, and then you get that stare down between Nia and Tamina. Again, little to no reaction. So now the big story, forget about Ember Moon now, the big storyline right now is Nia Jax versus Tamina Snuka? Or are they going to form a tag team for the women's tag team titles eventually coming soon, whenever? Here's the question. Who cares? Not the customers. Not us.
Yeah. I don't think it's got anything to do with Nia Jax, because I think a lot of people still care about Nia and think she's relevant. The big deal for me is just Tamina. Like, I feel like lately they've only just been trotting her out every once in a while just so she can hang on to the slightest shred of relevance.
If she has any. I mean, the day she comes back on the Raw roster, jumping from SmackDown, she's in a tag team match with Dana Brooke. And guess what? They lose. Welcome back, Tamina. All right, let's try and build relevance to you.
Well, I never said
where's the crowd
succeeded.
reaction? I'm Tamina. I'm important. I'm a Samoan. Hello?
My dad was famous.
My dad's a famous murderer. Hello?
Yeah, you like Piper's Pit and the things and the hoe and the
my
hay.
daddy got hit with a coconut.
Yeah, that happened.
I'm relevant. No, you're not.
Boo, you stink.
We want Ember. But they don't. Vince McMahon doesn't. Well, forget about Ember Moon. Someone who actually needs a moment in 2018, needs a moment to be relevant on the main roster.
I'll tell you what, if things keep going as they are, I think